You have people, living in the big houses and, driving in fancy cars every day. But then you have kids standing at the traffic lights and selling things. Why is that happening? Why isn't there anything to take of these kids? And I know we have a lot of problems, but I believe there are things that can be done better.
What is in it for me? That question has always clouded the judgment of a lot of leadership decisions. That perception has to change, and that we all have to work for the greater good. I think it's how you pick up, move on, and be better. That's all that matters.
The biggest thing that we can do is educate people on how to save and not to spend so much. If you put everything together, like the cost of living, rent, being there for your family, helping pay bride price for a girl, things like that, man.
During the independence celebration, there was a message. What can you do for your country?
The precinct symbolizes the strong partnership between two nations, Australia and Papua New Guinea, and their desire to develop strong ethical leaders, which basically is a two-path development strategy for the academic institutions, UPNG Schools, Business and Public Policy, and the PNG IPA that will run competency-based training programs that will produce strong university students coming out, and also public service training institutions that are going to produce competent, capable, ethical leaders.
UPNG was started in 1965. Resources were very good. Country had a lot of money. The number of students increased, but unfortunately the resources didn't increase proportionately. The institution didn't see a big change in infrastructure for almost like 25 years, except the last 5 years only we are seeing some changes. Now the School of Law is being constructed, School of Science started, School of Business is going to be started. That is a revival, I can say.
Our main objectives under the partnership are to strengthen the faculty. There are 4 of us, 2 in economics, 2 in public policy. Collectively, we bring this really diverse experience into Papua New Guinea, which is itself, I think, really rich and diverse. We're mindful of existing structures and respectful of how things work. And yes, we're making a contribution, however, we are guests. The skills that are required now in the public sector are around policy making and designing and economics. If you graduate with a master's with both of those, you can only hope that you're going to contribute to a better public service.
It will greatly benefit the public service as a whole. It's encouraging us to be good leaders. Leadership in women, there's a challenge in the public service because culturally women are seen as inferior. But our laws have changed now. Women are being supported and encouraged to be a part of decision making, and these programs are really empowering women to speak up, stand up and have their voices heard, because good ideas should be the winners, not position or race or gender.
When I came into university, initially my goal was to get a degree, get out. There was no thought about the bigger picture or such things. What was a changing moment for me was when I met Michael Cornish from the Australian National University. After listening to him talk and see how passionate he was about helping Papua New Guineans, and I felt that this was an opportunity for me to learn all that I can, and then to go out there and do something, not create a revolution or something, but in my little way, wherever I ended up was at least going in the right direction.
When I was notified that I was selected, I was overjoyed. I really appreciate the diversity of people involved in this training program. All these people, they are different in one way or the other, but here we are as a team. Maybe this training can reach out as far as the regions, so that more people in the province can attend this training.
The public service is changing, and it's only proper we embrace change. We're in the era of policy, but I'd like to have business graduates, environmental scientists, computer science. If you have all the policy graduates here, they're all like-minded.
Learning from other countries that have made it out from the sort of developing phase into the now developed phase. And these are countries that are very similar to Papua New Guinea. They have indigenous cultures, but they're also very commodity-based economies. Why can't we be like that?
I feel confident in myself. I have the skills, I have the tools that I can go out there, perform to the best of my ability.
There's this movement now for young leaders to really stand up. So when someone like me goes back home and says that I study economics and these are the people that are teaching me, it's like, wow, it's like they're just so proud of me and so proud of every one of us here learning to become citizens of a more global Papua New Guinea.